we're starting off with Mangog, and skip to this time if you don't care about him and you're a loser and you just want to see Odin. If you only care about Odin, you don't hate and you hate Mangog and don't like him.
You can skip to this time spot. That'll be like right here on the screen.
This is the loser timestamp thing. Yeah, the loser timestamp, dude.
Don't want to go there.
Okay, so yeah, we already did about Mangog, but to simplify, he is the man's manifestation and the sum total of hatred of a billion beings from a race that was imprisoned through mystical spells by Odin. Basically, Odin was all like, haha, you to an entire race. And he is he's made up of hatred. Wait, hold on. Here's his base stats and stuff like that. So if you want to pause and just take this in, go ahead. But if you want to start off with strengths, I'll do weaknesses.
Yeah. So his strengths, he has good immunities. He's immune to armor breaks, bleeds at all times, but also can opt a new buff called Energy Protection, which grants him immunity to shock, incinerate, cold snap, and frostbite.
Bro, this dude's like an immunity king. Wait,
wow.
Is this dude literally copying from, what's his name? Colossus?
Almost.
Immunity to armor break, bleed, and then...
Cold snap, frostbite, incinerate, and shock.
I don't think Colossus is immune to shock.
No, I don't think so either.
Okay. Bro, he's better than Colossus.
Bro, what a Chad.
No, I'm just kidding. Colossus is just... He's built different.
Colossus is on a different wavelength.
Yeah.
So, his second strength is he has great damage potential. That's always good to hear. Mangog has many ways to ramp up his damage with armor breaks, fury buffs, and burst energy damage on his heavy attack. All these can stack together to deal some pretty chunky energy damage.
Hey.
Buff removal.
Wait, I just like how they use the word chunky.
Yeah, right.
Chunky is like one of my favorite words.
Why? You're weird.
I don't know. It's just so fun to say. Chunky.
You're just...
Hey.
Buff removal. Mangog has a decent amount of stagger in his kit. However, while enraged, he can trigger a crazy amount of staggers on the opponent, allowing him to easily prevent an opponent from gaining any buffs. Okay. He is also Double Edge Mastery friendly, so Mangog plays pretty well with Liquid Courage and Double Edge Masteries, and while enraged, he takes even less damage from the Recoil Mastery. That's huge. This, plus his base tanky nature, can make him an absolute machine with the right mastery setup.
So this guy seems like he's definitely going to be suicide friendly because he's already immune to bleed, and if he reducing the recoil damage for like the suicide masteries is just like
that's
so amazing. Yeah, like that's definitely the most annoying thing about the suicide mastery. It's like this 5% of your health you take as damage every time you launch a special attack other than a special 3. It's so annoying.
And there's not much you can do about it, really.
Yeah.
If any.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really nice to hear for like some players who have suicides. He's definitely gonna be like a really good character for champion. Look, for people.
For the people.
For the people. For anyone who has suicide masteries, he's definitely friendly for them. But anyway, weaknesses. We got evade, petrifies, on-hit effects, and stun immunity, and then we got some energy resist. So, for evade, to play Mangog effectively, he will need to run 5-hit combos on opponents who have a chance to evade will prevent this loop and reduce his effectiveness. So, okay, so that, I see why you don't want to bring evade characters, but also as another thing, since you need to do some 5-hit combos, kind of reduces you wanting to use the backdraft intercept, so I personally love to use those, so, And
we'll see on March 3rd how he plays out against, or defensively rather, so.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Okay, and then for Petrify or other abilities that prevent or invert power gain. Mangog gets a large portion of his power via a passive power gain, so any abilities that prevent this or invert it will shut him down completely. Okay.
That's good to know, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely has his counters. Opponents on hit effects. So I don't know what that means, but let's find out. To play Mangog like a pro, he will occasionally need to take a hit while unstoppable. Just from hearing that, I'm hoping while he's unstoppable, he reduces damage. Otherwise, that will not be fun. Kind of, because it says you kind of want to take a hit while unstoppable, so I'm hoping it reduces damage. But again, all will be revealed. Opponents who power drain, inflict stuns, or deal massive burst damage on their basic attacks will prevent him from playing into his loop. So man, this guy has a loop.
Yeah, it seems like he has a very, very constrictive rotation.
Gotta get 5-hit combos. You gotta make sure you can get this power gain. Yeah, I get hit while unstoppable. Mangog wants to use long duration stuns to charge up his heavy attack in matchups where this is prevented. He will struggle.
Oh, so you can't use him on anything that reduces stun duration or blade
or like stun immunity.
Yeah.
Energy resistance. Most of Mangog's crazy damage is burst energy damage. So yeah, a lot of negatives.
However, he does have some pretty solid positives.
Yeah, also, before we get on to anything else, like looking at the weaknesses, like the biggest one is evade. But there are certainly evades for counters, and you don't want to bring Mangog, like just any champion in general, for everything, so I'm fine with him like not being used for like evade matchups. Yeah. But also, not a lot of characters have like Petrify or anything that can reduce power, to my knowledge. Like Petrify, there's like very few characters, and those characters, the ones that I think of are Science, so they have the class advantage anyway, so it's definitely setting up that boundary of like, this class is good against this class and all that good stuff.
Yeah, he's probably going to be kind of complicated to play, but I feel like this will be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so if you want to go to abilities, always active.
Yep. Always active. He's immune to armor break debuffs and all bleed effects. Awesome. Mangog suffers minus 40 combat power rate, instead gaining 5% of a bar of power every second, while below 2 bars. Okay. I don't know how to feel about that part, but
that's a big number. Like minus 40%.
That's a little under half.
No, that's like over half. No, yeah, that's under half. My bad. I'm sorry. So also 5% every second. 5% doesn't sound a lot, but every second, maybe
it fast, probably.
Yeah, maybe it does balance out. Because just like Dragon Man, his power gain, like his combat power rate's reduced, but he gains a slow power gain. So yeah, maybe it's even like better than if this wasn't here at all and he just gains this typical combat power rate. So only time will tell. But yeah, once you get to do 2 bars of power, like you just get this minus 40% combat power rate. So let's see if you want to even throw some special 3s, but so far it doesn't say anything about launching special 3s. So
yeah,
maybe it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. So his next always active ability is, if struck while unstoppable, gain a non-stacking fury buff granting 2617 attack rating for 10 seconds.
Ooh, that's a pretty beefy attack boost.
So it's kind of like Thing in a way. Like he gets to that point and then you kind of just let him hit you, almost.
Yeah, I was thinking like Thing and Aegon.
Yeah, kind of. I agree with that. Oh, they used your favorite word in the developer note. It says, keep an eye on Mangog's unstoppable buff later on in his kit. While he is unstoppable, it's a good idea to sometimes eat an attack purposely to get this chunky fury. Yeah, see?
Wait, can I say that? Can I just say a sentence one more time?
Go for it.
It's a good idea to sometimes eat an attack on purpose to gain this chunky fury.
Ah.
Continue.
Do this while enraged, and you'll take very little damage, especially if his signature ability is unlocked.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is that a little teaser?
I
Does
think
that
it
give me a
is.
little taste?
Yeah.
Oh god, what was that?
What is what?
Something just flew by me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. Hatred of a billion beings. Like it's gonna be crazy when there's the word billion twice.
I was gonna say, I hope that's a typo, but it could just not be.
Nah, because they said before. Where was it?
A billion.
Hold on, you could read it. I'm just looking for it. 1 sec. Nope, I found it. Never mind. Shut up. Hatred of a billion beings. Okay, I found it.
You just had to prove your point? I see.
I had to. Okay. Mangog starts the fights with 3 hatred. Hatred is unaffected by ability accuracy and cannot be gained more than once every 0.2 seconds. Gain 1 hatred each time either gain +1 hatred each time either champion finishes a 5-hit combo. Okay, cool. So if works for both champions, even your enemy. So if you get
Pretty
chipped
nice.
up, you get combo to the face, haha, you still get a hatred anyway. Nice.
That's dangerous if you're fighting against him, but yeah.
Yeah, let's see what these hatreds even do. Because right now it's just telling you how to get them. But also, gain 1 when nullifying a buff. So it does say he has a lot access to staggers. So you could probably gain these quite quickly. If you're going against like a opponent or a node with that constantly gives them buffs. But also, each stack of hatred Gans, yeah, English.
Yes,
Each
Gans.
stack of shut mouth. My speech I hate my speech impediment. Okay.
It's okay, man.
Each stack of hatred grants the following: about 230 energy resistance. Is that a 60 or is that an 80? Yeah, that's a 60.
I believe
right?
it's 67, yeah.
Okay, 67 armor rating and 60 critical rating, and you can stack up to 10 of these. So
You can get
yeah.
a pretty good amount of rating out of them.
So yeah, you could get that to about like 600%. Well, not 600%, just 600 increased critical rating. So you get a lot of critical hits. God, dude, I was literally cursed with stutter, stammering, speech impediment. Like, God, I have a lisp too. Like, God, my mouth hates me.
Yeah, it's okay. While enraged, activating a special attack with 10 stacks of hatred triggers enrage, causing hatred to fall off over 8 seconds after the special attack ends. I'm not sure if that's really a good thing or not, but I guess we'll find out later on.
Alright, so it's while enraged.
Yeah. While enraged, each time Mangog would gain hatred, enrage is paused for a few seconds. 3.
Also, that's really just like every time you finish a 5-hit combo, enrage is just pause for 3 seconds.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
While he's enraged, take half less damage from enemy attacks and the recoil mastery. Solid half to damage. Nice.
Also, I'm looking ahead to this. You get an indefinite unstoppable buff. So
you're always unstoppable. Oh, wow.
yeah, you're always unstoppable, and it does, and you do take 50% less damage. So yeah, as I was theorizing before, you do gain like a little thing that lets you eat an attack, so you can get that attack. So that's really nice.
Yeah. During a special 1 and 2, gain the indefinite unblockable. Well then, that's pretty good. You just launch
when it says gain an indefinite unblockable, I don't know if that means for the special attack or just until enrage is off, but I'm gonna assume it's for the special attack.
Well, it does say indefinite, so that does mean for the duration of the fight.
Right here. During special attacks. Well, special attack 1 and 2 gain. Okay, yeah.
It says gain it. It doesn't. I don't know if that means that it keeps it or if not, but
I'm gonna just assume that it's like only for the special attack.
if it isn't, oh boy. That'll make him very annoying, especially with how his special attacks look.
Yeah, like I think I'll post like a video by I think MCOC Journal if you want to see the Mangog and Odin special attack animations and all that good stuff. So
yeah, they're all in there.
Yeah, I'll put that in the description.
Basic attacks that make contact with an opponent have a 70% chance to inflict a 14-second stagger debuff. A staggered opponent has their next buff nullified. Pretty cool.
Oh, that's a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
Like, that's just basic attacks. Like,
that's not even like.
Let's say that's like about 3. Let's round that to 60. Instead, so on average, you could probably gain about like 3 staggers every 5-hit combo.
Which that's pretty strong nullifies.
Yeah, they said he has like a lot of not nullifies staggers. Like, they weren't lying.
No, they were not.
Yeah, and it's 14 seconds too. Yeah, that's good duration right there.
That's gonna be some long stuff.
Yeah. Okay, got a little developer's note. Mangog has many ways to use his Enrage. Choosing what special to use, to trigger it, will cater to different playstyles. But it goes beyond this. While Enraged, landing lots of attacks will keep Enraged up longer and inflicting a ton of staggers. Or players can opt to use this time to change their heavy attack. To charge their heavy attack as long as possible for some big burst damage.
Nice. They didn't say it was chunky burst damage.
I was just about to say, it should be chunky burst damage. I don't know why you're using chunky. All of a sudden, you just use a simple word like big. Yeah. But okay. They used it twice. I'll give them a pass.
Yeah. For heavy attacks, heavy charging can be held for an extended duration and deals a burst up to 13,085 energy damage based on charge time. Okay. That's nice for sure.
That could be using my favorite word, but that could be a chunky heavy attack.
While Enrage is not active, consume 2 Hatred to inflict an armor break debuff for 15 seconds, reducing armor by 233%. Or 233.33. And also, while Enraged, gain a plus 220 ability power rate while charging. Well then.
I don't know what ability power rate is. It's definitely not combat power rate, like, what is it?
Oh,
Sasquatch?
I know exactly what that is. That's the passive power gain that he's going to have. It gives 220%,
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think it's that passive 5%.
Yeah,
so what is it?
It goes 225%.
No.
To start with.
No, I think it's like 220% of the 5%. So it's like 10. What is it? 15% now?
It's 15 or something like that. Yeah.
Listen, I don't do math well, so.
It's all good.
Okay, if you want to read that developer's note, I'll go on, and then I'll get to the special one.
Yeah. So, as a general note, if you're trying to get the most out of Mangog, you'll want to be charging your heavy as often and as long as possible, especially while you're enraged, since you'll have an unstoppable buff as a safety net to pull off some risky plays.
Ooh, risky. Gotta live life on the dangerous side.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah. So for the special one, Flurry of Hatred. I almost thought that said Furry of Hatred. I was like, oh no. No, I don't like Mangog anymore. No! I knew he was secretly Man-Dog.
Oh.
On activation, gain plus 2 hatred. This bypasses the gain cooldown. Nice.
Yeah,
the second and final hits inflict a stagger debuff for 14%. I'm set for 14%. What does that even mean? No, it's for 14 seconds. If enraged, gain a non-stacking energy protection buff, granting full immunity to shock, incinerate, cold snap, and frostbite effects for 15 seconds. this buff is paused while in rage.
Wow.
So it looks like you want to use the special one and then go in rage for like it says there's like different play styles. So that's definitely for one of the play styles if you need these immunities. So that's some really nice utility right there where it's just paused, and being how long you could pause your enrage, for 3 seconds every time you finish a 5-hit combo, you could keep that up there.
It's gonna be insane for sure.
Yeah. And then we got a little developer's note right here. If you choose to activate Enrage with a special one, you'll be opting into some pretty powerful immunities. By playing aggressive and keeping Enrage paused, these immunities can be maintained for most of the fight. Nice. So yeah confirms what we've been saying.
Yeah.
And like those energy immunities like Shock, Engineering, and Cold Snap, they're popping. Have you noticed that they're popping up so much now?
Yeah, they're definitely putting the heat on some characters that rely on that.
Yeah, so I definitely do see him if he's really good. This is just on paper, but if he's really good in game, I can definitely see him having a future for these immunities alone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Special 2. Go ahead.
Each hit deals a burst of energy damage, 1177. The first hit steals the opponent's power above the nearest full bar. They have less than a full bar power. All power is stolen. Mangog gains 100% power from the stolen attack. That's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
If enraged, the final hit... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, it's kind of like Dr. Doom's special one.
Oh, yeah. He
Okay.
just steals a ton of power. That's insane. Okay. If enraged, the final hit inflicts a stun for 3 seconds. If the opponent is struck, the stun is removed. Okay. So
I guess that's the time to charge a heavy attack.
Oh yeah, that's a 3-second stun. That's a pretty decently sized stun.
Yeah, that's a nice stun right there.
Yeah. This attack is best used when the opponent is just a hair below bar power. This will steal the max possible power from the opponent and leave them with basically nothing. While enraged, this is a great moment to start charging that heavy attack since Mangog will be unstoppable and the opponent will have no power to retaliate. Okay. Nice.
So this is kind of like the other one where it's you could either go enrage with the special 1 or go enrage with the special 2 so you get this damage. So it seems like there's 2 different playstyles for him. You can get the immunities the utility kind of way, or you go the damage way.
The power lock / damage way.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Special 3, go ahead.
Okay, the special 3. We were talking about do you really want to use the special 3? So let's find out. Nullify up to 10 buffs on the opponent. Wow.
I'm sorry, what? That's crazy to start off with.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think there's many matchups where you'll need to nullify 10 buffs. There's definitely matchups
Venom.
where...
That's about it.
Yeah, Venom, maybe Resistor or something like that.
Oh yeah, Resistor nodes would be great for that.
Yeah, I mean, the special 3 combined with Mystic Dispersion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Gain a non-stacking regeneration buff, healing almost 900 base health over 5 seconds. This is increased by an additional almost 900%. Well, not. Words come to me.
884.
About 900 base health for each buff that was nullified during this. Oh my god!
So if you're fighting a Venom, you're going to be healing for a ton.
So let's say you nullify the 10 buffs. You gain the about 900 flat, but then you can gain about an extra 9,000 healing.
That's absurd.
Bro, that's some good ass healing. I didn't think of him in them to make some healing like that again. That's kind of cool. But also, even if it's even half of 10, it's 5. That's an additional almost 4,500.
Can you shut my door?
So it's still going to top you up pretty well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even
So,
like on its own, it's pretty good.
so yeah, you got the special 2 for damage. You got the special 1 for like some immunities and utility, and you kind of got the special 3 as like a little safety net. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, also, if enraged, this attack inflicts a stun debuff for 2 seconds.
Ah, I mean, not the longest stun in the world, but hey, it's still a stun.
No, you can charge your heavy attack for a little bit.
Yeah.
Little developer's note we got, and then you go on to the signature ability. This attack is not a great option for Mangog's core rotation. However, if you're facing an opponent who is triggering endless buffs, it can be a great way to get a chunky heal.
Jesus.
Let's go. I knew you had it in them. I knew you had it in you, Kabam, to use it one more time. You get a chunky heal and remove a ton of their buffs. The stun at the end also allows for a nice long heavy attack charge. Nice.
So I'm guessing you don't have to hold his heavy super long, because 2 seconds isn't terribly long for that.
Yeah.
So his signature ability, Empowered by Sin, is each time...
What is this, Doom?
Pretty much. Every time a stagger expires naturally on an opponent, Mangog has a 25.01% chance to gain a hit
Just say 25.
At that point, it's so minuscule, it might as well be at 25.
Yeah.
While unstoppable, Mangog passively regenerates 20% of incoming hit damage instantly. So he takes half damage normally, and then gets 20% of it back.
And then, if say you have the recovery mastery,
That's close
that
to
goes
like, what,
to
30%?
30. No, it's 35, I believe.
That's insane. So you're really only
Yeah.
missing like 15-20% health from
No.
anything.
Dang, my man is gonna be able to eat some damage, dude.
Yeah. It also gives you plus 78.5 attack rating per hatred. That's nice, always. You gain 8.43 crit damage rating per hatred. Okay. All of them seem pretty good, honestly. I don't think you need him necessarily awaken. I don't think it's going to be that big of a thing, but it's definitely nice.
Yeah, the difference between Sig 0 and Max Sig is like, it's like, what? Say you have the 10 hatred. I mean, 780 isn't the biggest number in the world, so you definitely don't need him. I wouldn't even say you need him awakened.
No, I don't
but
think you do either, really.
Yeah, it definitely helps his damage. Like, it's like a decent amount of damage, but again, it's not needed. And this regen is nice, but again, it's not needed.
I honestly think that the biggest thing about his awakened ability is that regeneration from incoming hits thing.
Yeah.
And the dev note says Mangog does not need to be high sig level for his signature ability, so we kind of inferred that anyway. However, with it, this might be able to boost his numbers significantly and regenerate most of the chip damage he might take while charging his heavy up while unstoppable, or with that enraged bonus too.
Again, Evan, with like the stammering and all that, it's mine. I do that. Don't take that from me. Okay. Okay.
Happens to everybody, man. It's okay.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Next up, we got some synergy bonuses with Loki, Amber Prison. Someone else named Amber needs to go to prison.
Damn!
Oh. What?
Right, Evan? Right, Evan?
Oh, no, well, okay. Continue.
Mangog, start the fight with 1 full bar. Damn.
Well then.
That's pretty good. 1 full, like, just goes in the fight.
Instantly.
Boom! You already have a bar of power. And also Loki gains 10% attack for each unique buff that he has, well, that is active. Nice. Okay. So I mean, if you're getting a lot of unique buffs, like if you're fighting someone or some nodes, and you use your special one to steal those buffs, like,
Okay, whatever.
Loki might actually have some pretty nice attack.
Yeah.
Ooh, I already see Hulk Immortal. do this. Do the Rage On.
Okay, Rage On with Kingpin, Hulk Immortal, Wolverine, Weapon X, and it's a solo synergy.
Dang it!
Mangog, when becoming enraged, inflict the opponent with a 5-second suppression debuff, reducing defensive combat power by 30%. I don't know if that's necessarily needed, to be honest.
Yeah, it's nice. Like if you happen to have these characters on a team with you, Kingpin's really good, and if you have Wolverine, Weapon X, he's pretty good. You know, definitely a nice bonus.
Yeah, for the Weapon X, it's more of a flex than anything. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have Kingpins, and probably a lot of people have Hulk Immortal by now. But Weapon X is one of those, like, oh man, I have him just for the flex of it at this point.
Yeah. I almost read Rage On again. We got Energy Absorption with Bishop and Havoc. All synergy members, once per fight, when struck by an energy attack, inflict the opponent with a stun debuff for 1.2 seconds. Dang.
Ooh, that's okay.
Yeah, so if you're fighting like the right opponent, and if say you mess up, get hit, you know, it's like a nice safety net. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And also Bishop, plus 25% regeneration rate and plus 30% prowess potency.
That actually might make his prowesses more viable than the Bishop bomb strategy.
Oh yeah. And if you make him a horseman too, that would be even crazier.
Ah, yeah, that might be fun.
And then for Havoc, plus 5% combat power rate and plus 20% ability power rate. Yeah, because Havoc kind of has the same thing where it's like his combat power rate's reduced, but he has like a slow power gain. So,
yeah. Honestly, I think both of those are pretty good for the characters.
Yeah, I think that definitely makes Bishop better. Havoc, you know, it's nice, but again,
Havoc doesn't really need it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Havoc's good without it.
Yeah, that definitely Bishop sounds like it's pretty good. Like you have a 6-star Bishop or 5-star Bishop, right?
Yeah, I have a 5-star Bishop.
Yeah, if you ever get Mangog and test that out, that'd be cool.
I'm hoping when Mangog and Odin crystals come out, I'm gonna get a couple of them. Hopefully, try to get either of the two.
don't get too many.
Nah, we're gonna get as many as it takes.
Okay. Next up is just the some Avengers.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to read that one, I already read the other one.
Yeah, Banished with Hulk, Black Widow, Captain America, Hawkeye, Iron Man. Mangog, while enraged, all attacks deal a burst energy damage equal to 6% of modified attack. Okay.
Oh, that's a little extra. That's cool.
Yeah. With the hashtag Avengers, start with an indefinite passive fury granting 10% attack. Okay.
Looking at that says like it's a passive fury, so I don't think it will count towards like Hulk's like stun block, because you know how like Hulk stuns last longer for each fury he has on him, so that's a passive, so I don't think that will make his stuns last longer.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
You could do Fueled Rage.
Oh yeah. Okay, we got one with Odin. The champion coming with him. We got Mangog becomes immune to Nullify each time Nullify prevented. Gain a non-stacking precision buff, granting 350 critical rating for 15 seconds. Okay. Nothing too special. I don't think there are very many matchups where you get nullified. If you're playing well, you know, you're not really getting hit.
Yeah.
And then we got Odin. When dealing a burst of direct damage using a special 2 attack, the damage threshold of each burst is increased by 150 of Odin's base attack rating.
Ooh.
Don't know what that means, but I like it. It sounds cool.
150% of his base power rating. As a 6-star, well, that's a lot, because he starts off as a 6-star rank 1 with 2,000 something attack rating. So to start off with, he's already at 4,500 attack rating.
Jeez, dude. What What the hell?
And that's without considering any of the actual, like, damage modifications that we have yet to go over. The next two are kind of just normal synergies, I guess.
Yeah, it's just without Asgardians.
Yeah, it's just all champions gain critical rating.
But I do see like a double one with Odin. Like Odin is in Nemesis and also with the one we just went over.
Yeah, so it might be a good idea to bring him in if you do have a Mangog on your team anyway.
Okay, lastly, we got recommended masteries.
Yeah.
What else? We got Liquid. Okay, yeah. Said something about Liquid Courage and Double Edge before. Mangog is fully immune to bleed and can also reduce the damage taken by recoil mastery. This makes him work quite well with these masteries.
Yeah, and recovery obviously is gonna make it even better when you have that 30% regen or the 900 plus for that special 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't even count for the recovery, dude. Which means that regen could be even better.
Yeah, which we always love more regeneration.
Inequity. Mangog has the ability to stack many staggered debuffs on the opponent. This allows him to quickly get most out of this mastery and make him even more tanky. Make him even more chunky.
Yeah, right. The man's not chunky, we don't want him. That's the sentence of the day.
Yeah. So yeah, Mangog, like...
He definitely is looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good. I don't see him being anything, like, broken.
I feel like he's, like, Dragon Man's younger cousin kind of deal. Like, that's what vibes he's giving me.
Yeah, he's, like, really giving me a Dragon Man vibe, you're right.
And now for those losers that skipped over to the timestamp,
yeah, for all you welcome losers.
Yeah.
If you click this timestamp, welcome.
We are now at the, well, I guess, the losers corner, but...
Yeah, thank you for skipping Mangog, the coolest character that's coming out this month. Okay?
Well, I mean, I would have to disagree with that. But, Mangog was pretty cool. You should definitely watch that part of the video. Okay, let's get right into it.
I'm gonna let you take the lead for Odin.
So his strengths, he is Giant Slayer. Odin's primary damage source is direct damage that scales with his opponent's max health. This gives him a much easier time against tanky opponents with large health stats.
So it's like the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Already sounding like he's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
I didn't even go over his basic abilities, which is the Odin Force, his Fury, his Armors, Energize, True Strike, Block Proficiency, Allfather, Odin's Vault. See, we're gonna get an Odin's with him. I told you.
Every time you use a special 3, you get an Allfather Odin.
Dude, I wish. That'd be great. I'd use him in every quest. You know the economy would crash.
Oh my god.
Buff of variety. Odin has access to many unique buffs for him and his allies, which can last for the entirety of the fight. These make him great for paths where unique buffs are key. Okay. Do you want me to do weaknesses as well?
Yeah. I'll let you take the lead.
Okay. So, weaknesses. Nullify and Stagger. As said in the buff variety section, Odin relies on his buffs for all of his damage and utility. So, an opponent who is able to strip him of his buffs will have a much easier time getting rid of him. That's kind of saddening, but I guess it makes sense because he's cosmic.
Yeah, every champion needs their weaknesses.
Yeah, and then
again with also again with the Nullify and Stagger, it's like common abilities of Mystic champions. It's like setting that
precursor
wall of yeah, like this class is good against this class. So I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good thing too.
Yeah, keeps the balance, you know.
Consecutive fights. Oh, okay. Odin performs his best when he can alternate fights with his allies in order to gain the effects of Odin Sleep. If he is used in consecutive fights, he will become much weaker after the first. Well, that's definitely a downside, but I mean, if he's constantly getting this Odin Sleep, which we don't know what it does yet, but it is right here, it might be beneficial to just keep switching on and off.
Yeah, he definitely sounds like a team player from that.
Yeah. Alright, so Odin Sleep. At the start of Odin's first fight as an attacker, and every fight as a defender, gain Odin Sleep's effects. When Odin's teammates win a fight, at the start of Odin's next fight, gain an Odin Sleep effect. What are they?
Let's find out.
Odin Sleep grants the following effects. Fury buff increasing attack rating by 2586, max stack of 2.
Dang, dude.
Already starting off with a bang.
What's that, like almost 5? That's like, no, that is
more than
5,000 attack.
Yeah. Armor up buff increasing armor rating by a 6,000-ish attack. Armor rating, but because it's max stack 2 as well.
Okay, so depending on how reliably you get these armor ups, it's another Havoc counter. And Havoc counters are always welcome into the game.
Oh, yeah, 100%. For the Odin Force. Whether Odin or his opponent are knocked down, gain an Odin Force charge. With 2 Odin Force charges, the next attack with an Odin Force effect will consume all Odin Force charges and trigger a bonus effect. What is it? I guess we won't know yet.
It just says bonus effect.
I guess we'll find out when you play him.
Yeah, it's being real cryptic.
Yeah, it's okay though. We'll figure it out eventually, I guess.
Okay, so for heavy attacks. On hit, gain an Energize buff, increasing combat power rate by 10% for 7 seconds. Max of 1 stack. And then we got this little Odin Force. On hit, gain an Energize buff for each of the Odin's unique buffs, increasing combat power rate for 5% for 7 seconds, max of 5 stacks.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can increase it by 25%.
Yeah, that's a pretty substantial amount.
Yeah.
His always actives, so these are things that are constantly going on. While in striking distance, pause the duration of all of Odin's personal buffs. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, so yeah, if you're like the AI is like playing with you, you know, you're getting real aggressive, like you're like never letting these buffs fall off, which is nice.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna lose them, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely like Omega Red, where it's like you want to like stay right on their ass.
Yeah. The special one. On activation, you gain a True Strike, ignoring armor, resistances, auto block, evade effects for 7 seconds. Cool. Those are always welcome.
Yeah, and being that you can like just by staying near him, it pauses. Like he seems like he'd be a really good auto block and evade counter if you can play aggressive enough to keep this on. And even if it falls off, if you're playing aggressive, you should have another special one ready to make sure the opponent's not auto blocking or evade.
Yeah.
So I think he could definitely potentially be a really good auto block and evade counter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can consistently throw special ones and get this just to stay up.
Yeah. That definitely is one way to play him.
Yeah. His Odin Force ability for this. On activation, gain a Bulwark buff, increasing block efficiency by 700 for 7 seconds for a max stack of 1. And then his dev note for that says, Odin has access to 2 unique buffs from the special 1 attack, crucial to ramping up Odin during a fight.
Okay.
Makes sense, I guess.
Okay, so for the special 2, Lightning Strike. Which, by the way, I think his special 2 looks sick.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, by the way, if you're one of the losers that skipped Mangog, you probably hear me mention that I'm going to be in the description, I'm going to be posting like a video by MCOC Journal that will show you the animations of Odin and Mangog, so you can see his special 2, the one I'm referring to. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But yeah, on activation, pause the duration of all buffs on Odin until a special attack ends. The last hit deals a burst of direct damage for each of Odin's unique debuffs, each dealing almost 3% of the opponent's max health, up to 11,600 damage.
The thing I like most about him already is the fact that his damage isn't like a set number, it's based on their amount of health. So he could scale up insanely high.
Mm-hmm. I just wish this number was a bit higher.
Yeah.
Like I wish it was bigger because so far from what it says, like the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So he definitely, from that alone, sounds like he might be a Labyrinth or Abyss option. But looking at that number, like 11,000 to them is like a little scratch.
Well, I mean, it could just be. I'm hoping that it stays with the 2.75%, not the 11,000 cap, because it could just be the fact of like, it could just be the 2.75%. I'm hoping.
No, I think it's like 2.75%, but it caps out at 11,000.
Oh wait, the dev note says the last hit on Odin Special 2 does have a damage cap, but it scales up with his attack rating, meaning that the more levels that are put into him, the higher the cap.
Oh.
So
okay.
if you have a 6-star rank 2 one, that number could definitely be in the levels where we're looking or trying to theorize about.
Well, fuck me, I guess. Let's continue.
He's looking like he could be an Abyss or Labyrinth option from how this is going. I'm liking it.
Yeah, you never know till you like play the champ
with him.
Yeah.
His special 3, Judgment. Gain a copy of all personal buffs gained at any time during the fight. Oh, so they might not even need to be on here. That's cool. Gain an extend buff, increasing duration of all buffs by 25% for 15 seconds. Wow, okay.
Oh wait, we skipped something from the special 2, I just noticed.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, on activation, refresh the duration of all personal buffs on Odin.
Nice.
So yeah. That's self-explanatory, didn't need really get into that too much, but yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, so he gains an extend, 25%, 15 seconds, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The dev note for that says, for increased damage in longer fights, Odin can use a special 3 attack to gain copies of his Fury armor of buffs granted by Odin's Leap. But for other buffs, notice that Odin has max stacks that prevent him from gaining any bonuses. Well, I mean, those Furies are still ridiculous, so...
Yeah. Also, like, he definitely seems like you want to use all 3 of your special attacks, because I think, like, each special attack gives you, like, 2 unique debuffs. Like, we got True Strike and Bulwark from the special 1.
Yeah.
And then, okay, we can get a little bit of damage from the special 2, but also it refreshes all your buffs. And then, what is it, the special 3 gives an extend buff.
Yeah, it extends all your stuff.
Yeah, plus it seems you can gain some Furies and armors, so that's really good too. And you could, just by being next to the opponent, you can keep these buffs on you. Yeah.
I'm really interested in his pre-fight ability thing that's going on here.
Pre-fight ability?
The Allfather Odin's Vault.
Oh, are you talking about the thing that says pre-fight?
Yeah, pre-fight and cross-fight. So he's a mixture of what's his name? Fantastic.
Didn't I just like say in like our other video going over the new characters, like the March update, I was like, I feel like Odin's going to be like the Cosmic Apocalypse or like the Asgardian Apocalypse.
It's definitely looking like it right here.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I read these, or do you care?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So Odin can place crossfight abilities on the next fight from the pre-fight screen, and the next teammate, excluding Odin, that enters the fight gains the crossfight ability lasting the entire quest. So these are the 3 crossfight abilities from his pre-fight. Thrudstock, my bad. Each fight gain an indefinite aptitude buff, increasing the potency of Fury, Armor Up, and Precision by 13%. Okay. I think Draupnir, which is the next one, is probably the best.
Wait, do you get all these at once?
I don't think so.
Shit, random? Oh, no.
Never mind, just screw me then. It says it at the bottom, I think you can get all 3. Thudstrot.
Oh yeah, it says it. Hold on, it says it right there. Odin can grant his allies 3 crossfight abilities that last the entire quest. Or is it like you pick which one?
No, I think it's all 3 of them that last the entire quest.
Okay.
Now Draupnir. Each fight gain an indefinite protection buff, preventing the loss of more than 18% max health from a single source. The buff is removed when struck by a special 3 and does not mitigate the damage. So it's still a protection, which is good.
Wait, it doesn't reduce the special 3 damage?
No, it's everything but that. And it stays indefinitely unless it's hit by a special 3.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then Stormbreaker.
Ooh.
Each fight gain an indefinite shock resist buff, increasing shock resistance by 80%. Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
That one's like definitely pretty useful.
Yeah, I would say.
So like, let's say you can only choose one of these. If you're doing like a shock path or a shock lane or something, yeah, definitely go for this one if you're dealing with like some shocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if it's all 3, then that's a nice bonus.
As for the dev note, Odin can grant his allies 3 crossfight abilities that last for the entire quest, each with specific buff. Some fellow cosmic champions can benefit from these buffs more than the average champion. But be careful not to waste the use of Odin on a fight that you have used the Odin's Vault on. He will waste the crossfight ability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like Apocalypse.
Basically.
Like you spend your charges trying to get a horseman, you go into that fight. It's like, oh, come on, man.
It's like, well, rip.
Yeah. Signature ability, Protector of the 9 Realms. I love that.
Yes.
When either Odin or his opponent are knocked down, if the opponent has any of the following buffs, Odin gains a corresponding buff lasting 7 seconds, max stack of 1 each. So yeah, more buffs that can just be paused by standing next to him, or refreshed by, was it special 2 or special 1? Not special 1, special 3?
The special 3, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, if your buffs are like close to ending, just throw that special 3. What buffs can you gain? You got the Fury buff, increasing attack by a decent amount. It's nothing too crazy. We also got armor up. It's actually a pretty good armor up, 900 basically. My bad, it's 0.1 off.
You have to be correct, mate.
My bad. Resist physical resistance buff, increasing physical resistance by 700. An energy resistance buff, increasing energy resistance by 700. Critical resistance buff, increasing critical resistance by 370.59.
There you go.
Honestly, I only think 2 of those is going to be useful because the other 3 are quite rare buffs. Like,
yeah, they're oddly specific.
I didn't know what critical resistance buff was. Don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't think it's widely used by anybody, so.
Yeah. At least with like physical or energy resistance, like those buffs do appear sometimes, usually from nodes, but like I wouldn't rely on those too much. Where it's like Fury and Armor Up, most characters have access to at least one, if not both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as I know, this is the only way to gain armor and furies, like those buffs. So it seems like you at least want to have 1 sig into him, which
just to put something in.
Yeah. So,
As for synergy bonuses, these are all new, so we're gonna have to talk about them.
Ooh, can I go to Mephisto synergy?
Of course.
Yay. Odin, for each living teammate, gain plus 5% attack rate. And then Mephisto, for each knocked out teammate, gain plus 5% attack rate. Ooh,
so
little
no
duality.
matter what.
Yeah, it's a little duality right there. I like that.
Yeah. So Odin sons and Odin daughters. That's a good name. Thor and Hela give you a plus 5% buff duration for each fight the team has won. Oh, okay. And then Loki and Angela give a plus 5 buff potency for each fight that the team won.
Wait a minute.
It's duration and potency.
Bruh. Was it, if you're using Hela and Angela in, like, what, incursions?
Yeah, that'll be insane.
I'm gonna assume this stacks up infinitely, because there's no cap on it.
It doesn't
So
say
it's
that
like,
one, so...
it's just plus 5%, so... If you're incursion with Hela and Angela, that could be crazy.
Yeah, your buff duration will go up like insane. Like imagine Hyperion with like a room 8 level of fights 1 with this plus 5. You'll literally never lose your Furies.
Dude, and Angela just got buffed, and her buffs just got increased potency.
Yeah, her stuff's gonna be hitting pretty hard.
That one's looking crazy for Hela and Angela.
For
I like
sure.
that. Also, something I just want to point out. Why isn't it boys versus girls? If Thor and Hela, Loki and Angela, why can't it be Thor and Loki and then Hela and Angela? You know, boys versus girls.
Because it literally says Odin sons and Odin daughters.
Yeah. Okay.
The Oath Sword unique synergy with Heimdall. Odin, once per fight, Heimdall will intercede on Odin's behalf. Dash back and hold block for 1.5 seconds to gain perfect block buff, increasing perfect block chance by 100% for 10 seconds.
Ooh.
Well
then. That's guaranteed perfect block. That's nice. For 10 seconds?
So if you're fighting somebody like the Grandmaster or the Collector, someone who has like a really high block intrusion or whatever it is, that could be really useful.
Or just like high damage special attacks, like you could reduce that to 0. Yeah!
You could basically say screw off.
Yeah, that's like, again, another really good safety net. I love all these safety nets little abilities. Like, say there's like a champion that has like a really dangerous special attack or something like that. You could quickly do this to block it, and yeah,
go on with your day.
Dude, that's pretty good, actually.
And then Heimdall's end of it, he gains indefinite Fury Armor Up Precision and Aptitude buffs gained by charging a heavy. And they all gain a plus 15 potency. Or 15% potency, sorry.
I don't think that makes Heimdall, like, any better than he already is, like...
Yeah.
It's just... I think it's just 15% potency. It's nothing too crazy.
Basically, at this point.
We got Warmonger with Hela. Ooh, another one with Hela, so you can kind of stack them.
Yeah.
You know, if you're running incursions, you might want to bring Odin to get this Hela... Well, to get both of the Hela ones. But we got Odin, plus 10% attack rating when fighting the final node of a quest.
Ooh.
And then for Hela, while charging her heavy attack, Hela gains twice as many Fury buffs? What?
What?
You can gain, what is it, 3 off a normal heavy attack?
Yeah.
Now you can gain 6?
That's
Dang, you could like ramp her damage up like twice as fast. Damn. That's nutty, dude.
That's
if you know how to play Hela, you're good at like keeping her like souls up, like that would be crazy. Dang. That's a nice one. And then we just got friends and enemies, you know. Thor Ragnarok, Hulk Ragnarok, Jane Foster, and then we got enemies with Red Skull and Thanos. And if you want to wrap this up with recommended masteries, that would be nice.
I love that his masteries are more of the basic ones anyway.
Recommended masteries dexterity.
I would hope that at the time of this you would have dexterity, but
come on, why not put parry on there?
Yeah, you might as well. Oh boy.
I mean, do you really have to go over dexterity?
I would hope not. Perfect block and block proficiency. Since Odin has to remain within striking distance of his personal buffs, he will have to block more than an average champion. Bolstering his block will reduce chip damage, so that makes sense.
Also, again with the block proficiency mastery, that's like something you should probably have already.
Yeah, it's probably one of the first things you would, I would hope, get.
Yeah, it's even like it's a basic mastery. Like I don't think you need like any stone or carbonadium mastery cores. So like,
I don't
yeah,
think
you
do, no.
yeah, those two are masteries you should already have, and they're really, really good.
And
Like,
obviously, as you see, it would very much benefit this character.
like, I can't imagine playing without dexterity, dude.
Dude, dexterity is basically like one of the backbones of the game. If you don't have it, go get it.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Like,
definitely worth your like 2 units that it costs to get it.
Bro, like, what have you been doing if you don't have dexterity, and how do you do it?
And how do you live?
There's only like one character that you don't want dexterity for, and that's Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
But other than him, I mean, everybody definitely needs to have dex. I don't know. I think between the two of them, I'm obviously more excited for Odin. He seems like he could be very sustainable
well, like,
and powerful.
What are your thoughts on them? Like, let's start with Odin. Honestly, he doesn't seem like he's gonna, again, like, same thing with Mangog. It doesn't seem like he's gonna be, like, the next best or big champion to, like, his class or anything.
Yeah.
Same thing with Mangog, but they both definitely seem like they do have some nice quirkiness to them.
They'll definitely be competitors for, like, top spots for some things, too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Definitely, Odin seems like he's gonna be a bit like. Even reading all this, I don't get a full idea of how he's gonna work. You know, he's definitely someone you need to see,
like, kind of learn.
Yeah, like see him actually in the game to see how he works and all. But looking at Mangog, he seems like he's gonna be like a Dragon Man, Sasquatch hybrid,
which in turn will be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are really good champions. You know,
oh yeah,
he kind of has like the best. He kind of has like the best parts of both of them.
Yeah, which I mean, hey, we'll take it for sure.
Yeah, that's about it. I can't wait to see both of these champions of the game. Both of them look super sick.
And both of them, I'm definitely gonna get at least as 3 stars.
Oh yeah, I'm going for both of them. Like. Odin's synergies, like even as a 3-star, is just like really good. Like that perfect block,
it's gonna be pretty insane.
Yeah, dude, that perfect block one is just so good.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have to go for him, and we'll probably have gameplay videos for him when he actually comes out.
Yeah, I don't really do gameplay too much.
But
with new characters, though. Only if I find someone that I really like.
Who knows? Mangog could be that one. Or
yeah,
could be.
I'm super hyped for Mangog.
Yeah, I'm hyped for this metal boy right here.
Bro, that was an